So, I want to briefly mention my new series of artworks that are called Touched Invisible. And I only started to paint bodies since July 2024. Until then, I only was painting faces. There are many reasons for that. Honest reason is I'm not good with painting bodies with all of these proportions from biology. I'm not going to lie, that was always like this. I never could get this, shapes. Never. It's just not my thing, and I never could get proportions. I hate that. I have a really good imagination and fantasy, but I feel a lot, but I just cannot express that in a way that would be academical. That's the first reason. Second reason is that, well, uh, I I don't know. It's just, I mean, I felt like expressing more with less, so I was doing this with faces, but then I felt it's time for me to expand. So this is what I did. And then I started to feel what it's like. And I started to transform my inability to paint good proportions into something very inspiring for myself. And then I want to send a message out there because you see, as women, for example, I always paint women, and it's in society women always were put in a frame. Well, I'm in ancient times when it was matriarchy and it was goddess, not god. In that time, there was sacred and sacred feminine and all of that. But then it was all just distorted. And ever since, we have this idea that women are here to please men's sight. And this is where all of this bullshit comes from, advertisement and stuff like that, where we see sexualized messages everywhere, and even women themselves also feel forced to play this game. And so I wanted to give the message that women are here to be, not just to be pretty, here to express themselves, to be unique, to be who they are, to um, to take space. And that's why they are like, I play with my inability to give great anatomical proportions. They always are distorted bodies of this woman that I paint because they are not shrinking into society's ideas or expectations. They're there, this is exactly how they are. And also, this morphine body speaks about more so multidimensional, stuff. When you start to alter your perception, you see very differently. So they're all about taking space, being unique selves, knowing thyself, and just existing for their own sake, not for the sake of pleasing the male's gaze. And it's so much more.